With the Samsung Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus just officially being released in stores, is it too soon to crown this phone as the top phone of 2018? Let's find out. Hey guys, this is Alpha Tots, and today we're going to be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. To start off, I just wanted to point out that this review is not sponsored by Samsung or anybody else. Having said that, this phone has one of the best displays I've ever seen in a smartphone. It has a 6.2-inch 1440p AMOLED panel, just like last year's Galaxy S8. So you won't be disappointed with the screen on this device. It's nice and bright outdoors and nice and dim when indoors. The first thing I highly recommend doing is putting on a case on this phone because it has an all-glass design, which makes the phone slippery, so one unlucky drop on your $900 device will likely be shattered. It's also prone to picking up fingerprints, especially with this black variant that I have. The Samsung Galaxy S9 has the latest Snapdragon 845 processor for US models, and for international models you get the Exynos 9810 processor, both having 6GB of RAM and only 64GB of storage if you live in the US, and as far outside the US you get 128GB. It's also expandable via microSD card. Now, running applications like games are snappy, everything is buttery smooth and responsive, and so far during my time with this phone there hasn't been any apps crashing. Battery life is also pretty good. It lasts me a day and a half with moderate use at about 5 to 6 hours on screen time. Charging is also not a problem because it supports quick charge. Something I like about this phone is something called Intelligent Scan. This combines facial recognition and iris scanning for a more secure way to unlock your phone. This is also the first of the Galaxy S devices to support landscape mode when you put your phone in landscape mode. And then there's Bixby. Open Facebook and show me my notifications. As you can see, Bixby is Samsung's version of the personal assistant. Bixby works really well for a voice assistant. It basically does things you tell it to, like open Bluetooth or post a picture on social media and so on. But we can save this in a different video because it can do so much more.
Got it. The picture is taken.
Another thing I wanted to talk about is this weird AR emoji thing that Samsung added to compete with Apple's Animoji feature, seen in the iPhone X, and I think it's pretty scary. It's just a feature that people will play with once or twice and forget about. One thing to note is that the S9 Plus does not have a fancy facial tracking technology, so this feature will only work half the time, as you can see from this video. So this is a sample of the AR emoji. As you can see, I'm trying to wink. Okay, now my other eye. Ah ho hee ha wa ya wa ooh ya. No. Ah ee ha. So moving on to the camera, this is one of the biggest changes Samsung has done. Their tagline was "The Camera Reimagined." Now this phone has a dual 12 megapixel rear camera, with one of the cameras being wide angle and the dual aperture, which opens or closes depending on the lighting. It also has a telephoto lens which gives a 2x optical zoom, both having optical image stabilization. For the front facing camera, we still have an 8 megapixel shooter with image stabilization. So here's some pictures that I took with the Galaxy S8 Plus. Hope you guys enjoy. So this is a video test of the Galaxy S9 Plus front-facing camera. Its max resolution is 1440p, and this is me walking. Test out the optical image stabilization, front-facing camera wise. And now we're gonna start running. Okay. So that gives you an idea of the optical image stabilization of the front-facing camera. Now we're going to be switching over to the back-facing camera. So here's a video test of the Galaxy S9 Plus camera. This is the rear camera, and now we're going to be switching over to the 2x optical zoom. As you can see, we can see the fire hydrant clearly, and we can also see that sign right there, vision impaired children, or vision impaired person, I mean. So we're zooming back out, and then we're going to be zooming all the way in. And it's still pretty clear once you zoom in all the way. Now we're going to do a walking test, see how the image stabilization is. And now we're going to do a running test. Now we're just standing still in the sidewalk to see how the microphone test is just by standing still. And as you can see, there's some cars going by. Then we're going to move over here. We're going to focus on the tree, focus back on the road, tree, road, tree, road. So this camera does focus really fast, instant as soon as you touch the screen to tell it where to focus. This is a low light camera test on the Galaxy S9 Plus.
Over here.
Front facing camera. Focusing on the fire. Okay. This is a 1080p video test on the Galaxy S9 Plus. As you can see, it's low light. Now we're going to do the 2x zoom. It has the optical zoom. As you can see, it's still pretty clear. Now we're going to zoom back out. Pretty good low light performance on the Galaxy S9 Plus. So my final verdict of this phone, it's really a good phone. Now, is it worth it upgrading from the S8 Plus or S8? Well, not really. For starters, the screen is the same and the camera isn't any different. Even with the 1.5 dual aperture lens, it's also Dolby Atmos certified. If you really want stereo speakers, which by the way sounds amazing, it has the dual camera lens for the Plus version and the newest processor, then go for it. But for those who don't have the S8 or any other phone, I would say yes. Get the phone, no doubt about it. Not only does it have a headphone jack, which is a rarity these days, especially with modern smartphones killing the headphone jack, but the screen is just amazing. It doesn't follow the ridiculous notch trend that many companies are doing these days. It's also IP68 water and dust resistant, so you can take this underwater when you want to go swimming, and the overall design is just outstanding. So that about wraps up my review of the Galaxy S9 Plus. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like button if you like this video, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos. I do gameplays of PUBG and other games, and I also do some tech reviews. Alright guys, this is Alpha Tots. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.